You don't have to be unreachable or overcharged. Welcome to Empty Nester Cruising, where we help couples like you trade travel stress for serenity. Today we're tackling one of the most common concerns I hear from empty nester couples planning their cruise vacations: how to stay connected with loved ones without coming home to a shocking bill. After decades of family vacations where staying connected might have been essential for coordinating with children or managing work emergencies, this new chapter offers more flexibility. You can choose exactly how connected you want to be, from fully unplugged to seamlessly in touch. I've helped hundreds of couples navigate these waters, and I've learned that with the right knowledge and preparation, you could find the perfect balance that works for your needs and budget. Whether you need to check in with adult children, stay available for elderly parents, or simply want to share your amazing experiences in real time, today's guide will help you make informed decisions about connectivity at sea. Let's start with understanding what you're actually buying when you purchase internet access on a cruise ship. So cruise ships connect to the internet via satellite technology. That signal must travel thousands of miles into space and then back. This creates inherent limitations in speed and reliability. Modern ships have made significant improvements, but it's still not like your home connection. Let's talk about pricing. A couple different pricing models. One, pay as you go. You're charged by the minute, 75 cents to $1 per minute. Daily packages, it's a flat rate, so $15 to $30 for basic connection, $20 to $40 per premium. Then you've got voyage packages, so you get discounted rates if you buy Wi-Fi for the entire cruise. Then you've got multi-device plans, higher cost, but can be shared among devices. Now let's talk about the different packages from several of the major cruise lines. Royal Caribbean's VOOM offers two tiers. Surf package, which is basic browsing, email, and social media, it's about $20 a day. Surf plus stream package adds streaming capabilities, and that's about $25 per day. Celebrity Cruises includes basic Wi-Fi, and they're always included fare with premium upgrades available at additional cost. Viking Ocean Cruises includes unlimited Wi-Fi in their base fare, one of the few cruise lines that does that. Princess Cruises Medallion Net offers some of the fastest speeds at sea, with packages starting around $15 per day. Norwegian offers tiered packages for social media only, standard browsing, or premium service with streaming capabilities. If you pre-purchase, a lot of times you'll get discounts of 15 to 20% for purchasing those internet packages before you board. One of the easiest ways to save, so I always recommend my clients book that in advance. Now, before we dive deeper into the actual strategies, let's talk about setting realistic expectations for that internet at sea. Speed reality. Even high-speed cruise Wi-Fi is significantly slower than what you're used to at home. You can expect speeds of the 3 to 5 megabits per second, whereas most home internet is 100 to 1,000 or more megabits per second when you're at home. So you're talking significantly slower. Even those speeds can vary by the location, the weather conditions, the number of users. So if you're, on the Wi-Fi in the peak usage time, which is in the evening, it's going to be slowed down even more. Reliability. Like I said, weather can significantly impact those satellite connections. Remote locations make it even more limited. And then some regions like parts of Alaska, some really remote like South Pacific Islands, may have intermittent service at best. That connection may drop briefly when the ship changes satellite coverage areas. So don't be surprised if you're online, offline, online again, all in seconds. Now, best uses for that ship Wi-Fi: email and basic web browsing work pretty well. Text-based messaging apps like WhatsApp or iMessage work well. Social media posting, though uploading the photos to social media can be slow. Video calls are possible, but often are pretty choppy, even with the premium packages. Less ideal uses, streaming high definition video, large file uploads or downloads, online gaming, video conferencing for work, that kind of thing, not real good. A couple that I worked with, both retired professors, they plan to use their cruise time to catch up on their favorite shows. Despite purchasing the premium package, they were pretty frustrated due to buffering. Had they known these limitations, they might have chosen to download those shows before they got on board, or just brought a book instead. Now, let's explore your options for making calls and sending texts while cruising. Cellular service at sea. Most ships have cellular service provided by maritime networks where your phone will connect automatically if roaming is enabled. Those rates are awful. They're $2 to $5 per minute for calls. Data rates can be as much as $10 to $25 per megabyte of data, not gigabyte, megabyte. Text messages, you're looking at 50 cents all the way up to $1.50 for each text. So using Wi-Fi for calls and texts is a much better option. Many carriers support that feature, especially if you have a fairly new phone. iMessage and FaceTime, they work from Apple device to Apple device over Wi-Fi, so they work somewhat well. WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, those apps, they work for both calls and messages over Wi-Fi. They don't use the cellular network. Facebook Messenger, same thing, supports voice calls and video calls and messaging because that's over Wi-Fi, not cellular. Skype and Zoom, they do have options for connecting with multiple people at once, but not very good because the speeds are not there. Many of the cruise lines offer messaging capabilities within their own apps for other people on the ship with you. Royal Caribbean's app allows onboard messaging for like $2 a day. Carnival's Hub app offers onboard chat for $5 per person for the entire cruise. Their Norwegian app includes complimentary onboard messaging. Princess's Medallion class app allows free messaging between guests as well. Disney's Navigator app includes complimentary messaging. These apps allow you to communicate with others on your ship without purchasing an internet package. It's perfect for coordinating with travel companions who are on board. Hey, what time are we going to eat? Where are you at? Let's meet at the pool, that sort of thing. International phone plans. Many carriers offer cruise ship packages or international day passes. Like T-Mobile and Google Fi include some international data in their standard plans. AT&T offers a cruise package, so for $100 a month with limited data. Verizon has a travel pass that works in some cruise regions, but always check with your carrier before you're sailing, as these plans change frequently and that coverage does vary by destination. Now let's talk about some strategies to save you some money while staying connected. The single device strategy. Purchase Wi-Fi for one device instead of multiple. Create a daily check-in routine to share the device with you and your significant other. Download messages and emails. Disconnect from the Wi-Fi. Compose your responses offline, reconnect, and then hit send, and then disconnect. That approach can actually cut your connectivity costs pretty good, especially if you're on a minutes plan instead of a day plan. Port day connectivity. Use the free Wi-Fi in ports at cafes, restaurants, visitor centers, that kind of thing. That's free. Purchase local SIM card for data in countries where the SIM cards are pretty inexpensive. Download maps, guides, and content you'll need while you're in that port. Download that before you leave home, so it's already on your phone. Schedule your heavy internet usage, any video calls, photo uploads, that kind of thing, for port days using their free Wi-Fi. Now let's talk about specific apps. Set your apps to offline mode to prevent background data usage. Disable automatic updates and cloud syncing. Pre-download content you'll want to access, your maps, your guides, your books, your music, your shows. Use text-only email clients that use minimal data. Now let's talk about the airplane mode technique. Always keep your phone in airplane mode with Wi-Fi enabled. This prevents accidental cellular connections while allowing Wi-Fi usage. If you don't, you're going to come home to a $1,000 phone bill and nobody wants out. Make sure you turn on Wi-Fi calling if your carrier and phone supports it. Remember to disable cellular data roaming in your phone settings as a backup measure. One couple I worked with saved like $200 on their Med cruise by sharing a single device for Wi-Fi and using free connections in port. They established a routine where every morning and every evening they would check messages together, and actually became a pleasant, shared ritual rather than a limitation. For many empty nesters, a cruise presents a perfect opportunity to disconnect, at least partially, from the constant digital demands of everyday life. So what are the benefits of a semi-digital detox? Reduce stress and anxiety, better sleep quality, more present in your experiences, enhance connection with your travel companion. Studies show that reduced screen time can actually lower your blood pressure and improve your mood. Set some boundaries, not walls. Designate specific times for checking messages, say once in the morning, once in the evening. Create tech-free zones like the dining rooms, the pool deck, or the spa where you don't touch your tech at all. Establish tech-free times. Meal times, excursions, sunset watching. Communicate your connectivity plan to your family and colleagues before you depart. That way they're not like, where'd they go? What happened? Some practical semi-detox strategies. Use the ship's daily planner instead of your phone calendar. Bring physical books or magazines instead of e-readers. Use a real camera instead of your smartphone. Try journaling about your experiences instead of posting on social media. Engage in the ship activities that don't involve screens. Now, about creating a connectivity plan. Identify who truly needs to reach you and who can wait. Establish emergency protocols with family. What constitutes an emergency? Set expectations about response time, once daily versus immediate. Create an autoresponder for email explaining your limited availability. Actually, one of my clients, a retired executive who was constantly tethered to her devices, decided to try a semi-digital detox on her Alaskan cruise. She would limit herself to 30 minutes of connectivity each morning and kept her phone in the safe the rest of the day. She later told me it was the most refreshing vacation she'd had in decades and has maintained some of those boundaries in her everyday life back home. There's no one-size-fits-all approach to connectivity at sea. Let's explore when it makes sense to invest in premium packages versus when to embrace the freedom of unplugging. So when to upgrade? When you have legitimate needs to stay connected, elderly parents, adult children with young kids, things like that. When you're celebrating special occasions you want to share in real time. When your cruise visits remote or bucket list destinations you may never see again. When you're traveling during a significant time like the holidays or birthdays or anniversaries. When you need the security of knowing you're reachable. When to consider unplugging. When you need a true break from work or digital demands. When you want to be fully present in your experiences. When your itinerary is port intensive with plenty of shore connectivity options. When you're trying to reconnect with your travel companion. When you want to reduce stress and practice mindfulness. So maybe you need to find a middle ground. Maybe you consider like a hybrid approach. Connected on sea days, unplugged on port days. Share a device or package with your companion. Use the ship's internet lounge for occasional check-ins instead of constant connectivity. Purchase the minimal package that meets your absolutely essential needs. I worked with a couple where one partner wanted to completely disconnect while the other needed to check in with an elderly parent daily. Their compromise was a single device package used for a 15-minute video call each evening, with both partners agreeing to keep their phones in airplane mode the rest of the time. This balanced approach gave them that security they needed while still allowing a largely unplugged experience. Connectivity at sea isn't about being tethered to the same digital demands you have at home. It's about finding the right balance that gives you peace of mind while allowing you to fully experience your cruise. At Empty Nester Getaways, we believe that this chapter of your life deserves thoughtfully planned travel experiences that align with your unique needs and preferences. That's why we take the time to understand your connectivity requirements and help you develop a strategy that works for your specific situation. Whether you choose to stay fully connected, embrace a complete digital detox, or find your perfect middle ground, the key is making an intentional choice rather than defaulting to habits that may not serve your vacation goals. Visit emptynestergetaways.com to learn how we can help you navigate these choices and design a cruise experience that offers the perfect blend of connection and disconnection. Because after decades of being constantly available to everyone else, isn't it time your travel experiences were perfectly tailored to you? Until next time, happy cruising and happy connecting on your terms.